Welcome everyone to question number 2, reverse a linked list. So just have a quick look at the question now and then we'll be discussing approach soon. Before that, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you have any doubts after watching this video, please just leave a comment below. If you like, then please share with all your friends and use your all email IDs for the subscription. So now let's go to the approach. Now coming to the approach, now we have a small GIF here, GIF, which we have taken from Geek for Geek website, obviously. Now let's understand the meaning of the question first. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as the linked list elements in this example. Okay, now we have to reverse it obviously in the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 manner, and 6 should be the head now in this case example, right? This is a very big example. So we are taking the small example that Geek for Geek website has posted. This 1, 2, 3 elements. Now we have to understand what is happening inside that. Okay. So before starting this while loop that mentioned in this GIF, we have to initialize previous as none and current as a head. Okay, previous will be none here at the start. You can also see the GIF image and we'll be discussing one by one. Okay, just focus on what I'm saying currently. So previous will be initialized as none or null. The address will be none. Okay, and we will know that why we have initialized in just a moment. Now previous equal to none and the head. Okay, we will initialize head with current will be equal to head here. So these are the two things that you have to do before using the while loop there. Okay, now we have initialized current with head, so I have written as curr, it is current, which is in the while loop here. Now we have initialized a linked list with the current element here. So we are using current value for iteration. We will use this head at the last iteration of the while loop. We'll use head there. Okay, you can see this head at the after completing while loop. We have used the head reference here. Okay, for that we use this head. So we won't be using this head. We're using current value to iterate through the linked list. Okay, so after that, now we're using this current value inside this while loop here. You can see the while loop. Now let's see what is happening in the while loop. If you see this GIF again and again, starting from the line 1, just observe when this box come above. The previous will be initialized to none here. Okay, let's start again this box. Let's wait till previous comes at the start. Okay, now we are at previous is null here. Now next element will move to the dot next element. Then the address of that element will be replaced with the previous here. Then again the next element will move here. And similarly, previous element will take the next position of the current value and it will keep on repeating till we reach the end of the loop here. If you understood through the GIF image, it is very good. If you haven't understood, now just focus on the right side that I will be explaining a little bit. Okay, you can also see this GIF image for that, but just if you haven't understood, just look at what I'm explaining here. Just imagine these are the elements that we have in a linked list. Now previous, I have told we have initialized this is none element. Okay, so none means no address is there, no value, no address is there. So we are initializing previous here at the start. So this is a step 1. Okay, this is step 1. We have initialized previous element at the start, and head will be here only. Of course, head element will be here, which is head, and this won't be changed till we iterate whole loop. Okay, current, you can see current we have initialized it with the head value only. So current will also be at this position at the start. Current will be here. Okay, current will be here. After that, if you can see the while loop in the left side, there's a next element right here. So that next is current dot next. So this is the current element now. So current dot next means what? This value second. So previously there is no value for next. Okay, as soon as we have initial next value, we will be going to the second address of that linked list. So that will be here. Next element will be here. Okay, this is the how it is in initial state. This is how we have initialized the values. Okay, now let's take another color and see. So this is the initial stage that we have here, right? Now we will iterate similarly in while loop only, and we will do only one iteration like that. It will be same for all the values later on, right? We'll just iterate one time and I assume you will be having a good idea what happened after that. So now let's start with next equal current dot next. Yes, the current dot next is there. We have already taken the next element to here, this place. Now current dot next will become previous. This is current and current dot next is this one, right? This position is a current dot next here. This position is current dot next. This is dot next. In our first iteration case, this will be our dot next case. This is the address, okay, not element. We shouldn't take element. We are taking the address of that element. Okay. So this is the address of element. Now we are saying that for this element, current dot next is pointing towards this element, right? But we want it in reverse. So we want to change the direction of arrow to this side. We have to change the arrow to the left side. So the current dot next is pointing towards the value of 2, but we want that arrow to pointing towards the left side. Okay, what is there in the left side? We have previous value here. That's why when we are using the current dot next, what happening is now one will turn here, okay, and this will be head as usual, and this will be 2 on the right side. We have a head and current also here only, and previous was also there here only, which is none here. But this time what happened is we have changed the current dot next address to the previous value, which is none. Okay, this is fine. We got previous value was none. So now we have initialized with none. Okay, now the previous value work is done. Okay, now previous value for this next element. So this is the next element. This is next. This is the next element. Now we have to similarly change for all the elements. So it has a right side. It is pointing towards the right side, right? Now we don't want this pointing towards the right side. We want this element to be pointing towards the left side. Okay. Now for that we replace the previous value with the current value. Okay, so that's what we're doing in this third iteration here. Previous value will become the current element value address, right? Now previous will move to the next pointer here. Okay, now previous will become what? Current. Oh, so let's just erase some value so we can show that here. Now here previous value, now we have to shift it to the head element type. Okay, now here current value, we will shift previous to the current element. Now what happens is one is pointing towards now in the third line, right? One is pointing towards none. This is fine. One is pointing towards none, and previous has come to at this pointer. Now we have previous, we have current also at this point now, and we have also have head element here, right? This is happening in the what? Third line. This is happening in the first line. This is happening in the second line, and this is happening in the third line. Okay, now previous pointer have moved to the first element because we have used previous equal to current. So current pointer is at this one position. So previous also will come to the one position now because we are copying the address of the current here in the third line. Okay, so this is what happening in the third line. Now we have copied, previous element has moved. Now current element in the fourth line, current element will move to the next. Okay, we have next at what? We have next at the second value. This is next. This is next here. This is next here, right? Now current will become next here. This current will become next. So we'll take this in the fourth line. Okay, we'll draw again. We'll use another color, and okay, let's take the top here. Okay, we will use the top here. Now here one is initialized to none. Good, we have none. Now previous is here at the end of the loop. The previous value is at this point in the first iteration of the loop, and current value have moved to the next here in the fourth line of the loop. Current has moved to the next element. Here we only have previous and head only right now. So head position will not change till the last iteration of the loop. It won't change. Okay, after the iteration have been completed, all iteration have been, then only head, we change the head value to the last element. Now 1 is here. Now 2. Let's take 2 here on the right side. So 2. Now here we got current value here. We have current value at 2 position here. And this is also pointing towards 3. But remember, the current will also move to the next element here. The next, I mean the next, this one. This next will move towards 3 in this case. In the next loop, I mean. See, this is a, now assume that second iteration also has started in the fourth line only. The fourth line, what happened? The current value have been shifted to the next value here. After that, again starting with the loop, next element will be shifting towards the third element here. Okay, this is what happening inside the loop, and it will do this process till we reach the end of the loop. Okay, now again if I just take this all now if I just remove this everything, and the process will repeat again itself. Just have a play look here. If you haven't understood, just pause the video again. Okay, now we are inside the Geek for Geeks website, and in this I have mentioned that we will insert previous value to none element. Current value will be initialized to the head of the linked list, and we iterate current variable linked list here till we reach none value, which is the end of the linked list. And in each iteration, we will be changing the direction of the arrow to the left side and reassigning those addresses to these variables here. We will reassign these variables again and again till we change all the arrows to the left side. After we have changed the direction of those all arrows, now we will change the head to the previous variable here. That will be the last element at the end of the while loop. Previous will be assigned to the last element of the linked list. Okay, so that address will be assigned to the head. So now head will be the last address of the last element of the linked list. Okay, like here 65432 are there. So 6 will be previous at the last of the iteration of while loop. Now we have assigned this as a head position. Okay, after assigning this to the head position, now the directions of all those arrows will be on the left side. So that will, if you start the linked list and iterate again, you will find 654321 as the answer. So that will be the output for this question. I hope you have understood this question. If you haven't understood, just say what is the problem in the video and we will try to do it more shortly. If you are facing any problem in the explanation, just mention why you are not able to understand and we will try to fix it in the future. Thank you for watching till the end. If you like the video, please share and also subscribe with all your email IDs. Okay, now let's meet in the next question. Thank you for watching.